Welcome back to the 2020 Guide to Divinity, the Definitive Edition. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. When we last left off, we took out some Magisters over here. We saved Paladin, and we teleported this Magister from this area here all the way over there, just to get her out of this upcoming combat that we're about to go through real quick. Now, without her here, she would normally be spawned right about there, so we couldn't really sneak around and set up our combat. However, we can set up our combat without her over here. So we're going to have Beast sneak. We're going to have everybody else sneak, just so the enemy can't see us, but Beast is the one that's going to be running over here, and we're going to just Cloak and Dagger to save some time, because Cloak and Dagger does not break you out of sneak. And we're going to have him come on over here. Alright, now, these two have pretty close to even magic and physical armor, whereas this Magister over here has quite a bit less physical armor, and she has resistance to every type of magical attack we could throw at her. So we're going to start off attacking her with physical damage. We're going to have Beast come over here, so they're all kind of looking in his general direction. We're going to make sure, well, okay, that's fine. I was going to say we're going to make sure to equip him with that second dagger before starting, but we didn't have time for that, so we're going to do that right now. Alright, which means we can't attack her an extra time, but that's okay. So, like I said, she's got a little bit less physical armor, so we're going to attack her with Backlash first there. And then we don't want them killing Beast while they all have the ability to gang up on him, so we're going to have him drink this other invisibility potion that we got. And then we're just going to end his turn. Now, yeah, she's probably going to use shields up right there, because she did lose a decent chunk of armor. And everybody else is going to just kind of stand there and do nothing, because they can't see who they're attacking, which is good for us. Now, I don't know why, but this Silent Monk usually hops into combat right away when you do this, but these other four do not. Which is good, because if you get all 5 of these guys in combat at once while fighting these guys, this can be a difficult combat. And because of that, we are going to go through this one. This is, if you do it right, this can be a much easier combat. But if you don't set it up the right way, it's going to be pretty difficult. Now, unfortunately, Sir Laura, if you're playing Definitive Edition and Sir Laura is alive at this point, he is a entity that the enemies can see and recognizes him as an enemy to these guys, which is a little upsetting because that made her move all the way over here. Luckily, though, in the last episode, we crafted ourselves a Teleportation Scroll. So we're going to have Beast use that to bring her right back over here. And that's going to deal a little bit of physical damage to her and a little bit of physical damage to that Magister Archer there. Alright, now that she's over here, her cone of vision is nowhere near as problematic as it was before. Now, it is a problem is that not all, 2 of these extra Silent Monks have now been aggroed, so we got to deal with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here with Red Prince. Coming over here. Now, even though these guys are in combat, like we established with the Niles fight, most of the time your Silent Monk enemies are not going to have a cone of vision. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but it's just useful to be aware of. Alright, so we're going to move Mumbo and Pyramus up over here just to save time. We don't have to have them just standing still while we're positioning Red Prince. Have Red Prince come on over here. Now, if you decide to start this combat off with someone else, you could use some thievery on these guys. I'm not sure if they have anything worthwhile, but it is an option for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Red Prince walk right about there. Oh, that's perfect. Alright, so he can take that Magister Knight and teleport him right over here. Now, since we got those 2 lumped up, we're just going to lump them up with this one. Keep it relatively symmetrical for aesthetic purposes. Alright, so now we've got all 4 Magisters up here, and then we've got 3 hostile Silent Monks up here, and then a 4th and 5th Silent Monk that are not hostile towards us. Alright, so can we get Beast to knock her down, because she's got that cone of vision that's blocking us from coming down these stairs. So we're going to have Beast use some adrenaline. Now, unfortunately, I did teleport her in a way where I can't backstab her very easily. But we can... Yeah, we're going to get opportunity attack. Okay, we can run over here, see if we can knock her down a little. Alright, so unfortunately we cannot battle stomp her at the moment. And that's 31 armor. I don't think... Yeah, Sucker Punch isn't going to be able to knock her down either. So we're just going to have Beast slide on out of there so we can hit them with some area effect attacks and not worry about hitting Beast with them. Alright, Red Prince is up. We're going to have him, let's see, can he knock her down? 31 armor. Well, let's see, that's going to deal 24-25. So he can knock her down if we deal a little bit of physical damage first. Now, if I knock her down right now, Mumbo and Pyramus will not be able to go because it will go to the next turn order, and we don't want that just yet. So, we're going to have, let's see, who's better to deal with these guys? I'm going to say Pyramus, but we're going to see if we can actually move both of these guys. Since we've got no vision cones, we're actually just move them over here. We don't need to go down those stairs. So this is going to take a little bit longer for them to get down here than if they could go down here, but we're still going to move them over here. And the goal is just take these guys out. And if you have just these silent monks, they're not very hard to handle. It's just difficult to take care of them while keeping these guys locked down and not a threat. Alright, so now that they're all right there, we're going to have Mumbo start us off. So again, we want to make sure they get wet and we get the elemental affinity for it. Alright, so now that Mumbo is going next in the turn order, now we can have Red Prince go ahead and knock down that Magister there. Alright. Alright, and then Mumbo's up next, so Pyramus can start to position himself. Alright, that should be good. Now, I'm going to wait just a little bit here, see what all Mumbo can do to these guys. So they got 59 magic armor, 37 magic armor, and 59. So, we are going to encourage, just give everybody that little damage boost, and then actually, we don't want Pyramus to lose that, so we're going to act pretty quick here, hit them with that, and then Pyramus is then going to hit them there. Alright, so again, because they were wet and had ice under them, that didn't actually leave any fire. It just melted the ice, and a little bit of water here got evaporated into steam. So they should... Oh, he had no armor, so he is warm instead of wet still. Alright, so now Mumbo can start taking these guys down. Now, if I do this and use Ice Fan, it'll freeze them all. Then we can hit them all with that, yeah. Which is cool, but then Pyramus kind of, you know, he loses his effectiveness with his crowd control. So we're going to use some non-lockdown attacks here. We're going to use Impalement just to deal some extra magic damage. And then Pyramus over here is going to be able to do that, and it'll stun the ones that were wet. Now that guy is shocked. And then we're just going to make sure that we give Mumbo peace of mind so that he can lock that one down next turn. Alright. And, well, if he's going to be locked down... You know what? I actually want that oil to stay there. So for the time being, we're going to delay Beast's turn. Right, I think we're going to wait till everybody gets turn, and he's going to start attacking these monks on his next turn. Alright, and with Mumbo here... we're going to just Worm Tremor, keep them locked down in place. Alright, now if you notice, Beast over here did get hit, so I'm going to fortify him just in case he gets hit again. I want him to have a little bit of a buffer zone there. Alright, and we did start off attacking this Magister with physical damage just to knock her down quick, but now at this point, physical or magical damage will work equally well with her, so I'm not going to be too worried about keeping her locked down specifically with magical damage. Now this guy, however, is up next. He's still stunned, don't got to worry about him. then we've got 3 silent monks going. So, can we do anything to prevent them from getting to us? We probably could, but I actually want them to get a little bit closer. Look at get them grouped up. So I'm going to delay his turn as well. Alright, so now Pyramus is up, and this is why I wanted to keep that oil there, because now, yep, they're all right there. We're going to just throw some searing daggers up here. Don't think I can get 3 of them with one now. So we're just going to do a little bit of that, get some extra damage going. Now they're all looking pretty beat up right there. Then we're going to walk right up here. See if we can fit them all. Awesome, we can fit all 4 of them in our Dragon's Blaze. Alright, so Silent Monks are going to be going to this guy. He's not looking too good. He is entangled and burning. So he might be able to shields up. He might be able to throw a bouncing shield at us, but nothing major. Oh, they're able to move and attack this turn. I thought they would just be able to move, but that's all right. They're not gonna lock us down. All right, so he's actually gonna burn to death. I didn't realize he was that low on health. All right, so these 3 now, we're just gonna get the high ground first, I think. Right there. And then none of them have physical armor at all. So we could try to just knock them down right now. But they also have a pretty good chance of dodging. I only have an 80% accuracy chance on each of them. So I'm just going to pick the one that's farther away. So, yeah, so we hit with 2 out of the 3 attacks. That's not bad. Now this one, though, we're hoping hits all 3 of them. We're going to try our Battle Stomp. Alright, that did hit all 3 of them. That is nice. Now that they're knocked down, we do have a much easier time hitting them. Now it's not at all a chance that they're going to dodge. It's more just we have to miss. You know, it's on us to miss more than it's on them to get out of the way. Alright, so she healed and then she moved. She's probably not... Yeah, she's not going to be able to attack right there. Alright, so this guy is entangled. Alright, so that means he can't move. So we're going to make sure that they also cannot see. We're going to shoot some dust their way and blind them. So let's see. He's got 2 turns worth of burning. Yeah, he's going to... This one's going to burn to death. This one is also going to burn to death. So we just got to worry about her right now. Yeah, she's on fire. So... You know what? I'm gonna make it a little crazy. We're gonna use contamination. Just see how it goes. We're doing pretty well. I don't think we need to worry about that hurting us too much. There we go. Alright. So let's see. We could try to take her out right now. Yeah. You know what? No. While these guys are down and I'm able to hit them, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just take the free hit on these guys. Alright, and then we're going to Peace of Mind on himself, just so he gets a turn quicker next round. Alright, throw her down here. Maybe we can hit them both with that. Yes, alright, all 3 of them took damage from that. That's what you want to see. There we go. Alright, so now we just got the 2 Silent Monks that are... Well, I was going to say that were knocked down, but they're not anymore. And again, Teleport's a guaranteed hit, so I'm going to use that over the bow right now. Killed that one. Did a little bit of damage to that one. Alright. And that is it. Alright, from here, you can clean up. Alright, we cleared those 2 out. Now for the rest of our time in Fort Joy, you can go ahead and loot these bodies if you want. I'll loot them in just a minute. For the rest of our time in Fort Joy, we're just going to do a little bit of cleanup and get ourselves to level 6. Alright. So, the way you do that, there's a little bit of extra combat we can do. You can run down here into the arena, and you can kill the arena goers down there. They are no longer plot relevant. You can come down here. You can kill Migo and Magister Yarrow, the father-daughter that we reunited. Also, we kind of skipped the fire slug fight. We can go do that, for those of you unfamiliar with the fire slugs. You come down here, There was a hatch that we found earlier that we just used for exploration XP. Or maybe we didn't. Okay, well, we might get some exploration XP down here too. So there's a spot to dig there, right over by Migo. Alright, you get 500 exploration XP. You can find some puffballs. Not sure if we've used puffballs yet, but they boost your wits. And you can combine them with an empty potion bottle to make a small wits potion. The wits potions do not combine with each other, so you can't take two small ones and make a medium, and etc, etc. Now coming down here, if you have Pet Pal, you can talk to these slugs and they'll let you pass. But you really don't need to. So I'm going to go through and kill these slugs. If you've waited until you're at level 5 to do this fight, you should be fine. If you don't have Lore Master, keep in mind that although they do all have an inherent minus 50% resistance to water, this Royal Fire Slug, alright, the bigger one up top here, gets a water immunity aura, which boosts their water resistance by 100%, meaning that until this one dies, they will all have 50% water resistance. They'll take half water damage. Alright, so I think it's easiest to have like an archer up here, teleport him up here, you know, kill him over here with your rogue or whatever melee type person you have, and then just kind of try to keep the ones down here preoccupied while you kill them one at a time up here. Alright, so I'm going to do that real quick. Then you can kill the arena folk, Magister Yarrow, Amigo, and then actually Gawain as well. I'll show you guys Gawain's quest at the beginning of the next episode. In the meantime, I'm going to make sure we clear these guys out, Arena and Amigo, and then I'm actually going to recruit Ifen, I believe, and I'm going to have him do all of our level 5 thievery rounds, because I have not yet done that, and we're going to hit level 6 soon. So, I will see you guys in the next episode.